Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shadour.
Right, it's about to get
Dion already
none of that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's
it's like when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the $30,000? Now? In the moment.
In
the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undefeated.
Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to light up.
Oh, he's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real. This is what I do. I want to go rebound.
This one?
Cut that up. I got a match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do. I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's a sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes. I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's go. Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Boy. What's cracking, mackin' from the jack into the back end? G's up, we's up. You know what we about to do, boy. I am black. Not only did I start late today, but then I started late from the late start time. God dang. Where you from, fool? Compton. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. My internet ain't interneting. It ain't interneting, but we're going to get into it. Hopefully, we don't have an issue. I thought I did my best, DeVry Institute, ITT, try to get my community college degree on, my brother, and hopefully it works out. If it doesn't, oh well, we here together. Forget it. So let's talk about that WNBA deal. We're going to get into that first and foremost. We got LeBron getting set up. They set them up with that third option stuff. It's a trap. It's a banana. What is it? Banana in the tailpipe? A banana and you slipped on a banana peel. First of all, you can't fall off a banana peel. I have stepped on many of them. Maybe I'm too fat. I don't know. All right, we're going to get to the next Jokic. They have found the next Jokic, and they say he's even better than Jokic. Oh, God. Here we go again. KD's burner accounts are starting to show and starting to take effect on the team, people are saying. And Mendoza is not the best quarterback in the draft. What the hell is Dan O talking about? Well, before we get into all of that, let's pay some respect to the ladies. Hey, ladies, get paid. Breaking the W. I just did a video yesterday talking about the WNBA that is going to be over. It ain't going to get a deal done. And look what happens. The WNBA and Women's National Basketball Players Association reached a verbal agreement on the terms for a new CBA that, for the first time in league history, ties its salary system to revenue growth and is expected to offer $1 million salaries. Now, when I read that, even though it's a short blurb, it says a lot, especially right here. A new CBA in terms of structure that for the first time in league history, they actually think this is a real league. They were out here running a nonprofit. It really was a charity because they were just paying them people. They were just spending the money. And even though it was little on both sides, little participation, little attendance, little revenue, and little pay. Now it's bigger. And it's gotten to a level where you got to put some respect on it, put some real infrastructure to this in terms of the economics. Because look at that. It ties its salary system to revenue growth. And is expected to offer $1 million salary. So let me give you guys a little heads up. So in the NFL, like, no one has the perfect union. You can't have the perfect union. You know why? Because the union is fighting for something that's not theirs, which is the money. The money is for the owners. However, the owners know that what they don't have is the talent, the labor. We ain't doing all this, but we own all this. You get it? Imagine owning something, and then you say, okay, well, then do something with it. You're like, damn it, I got to give people money to do something with it because I ain't doing it. I own it. Right? So you got to find a relationship. You got to find in there some common ground, right? It's not going to be reciprocity. I own it. So we ain't, what we doing? 50-50? Really? Even in the NFL, they have DGR, designated gross revenue. They don't say, okay, we made $10 billion. Let's split it down $1 million. Here's $5 billion. They say, we made $10 billion, but let's protect maybe $2 billion of it because let's just say that ain't got nothing to do with them players. Okay? Come here. Jimbo. Come here, Jimbo. You know we made that deal a long time ago before we thought all these other circumstances were going to come into play. So since they wasn't here for that, they didn't get grandfathered in here. Okay? Well, I always got that kind of voice for somebody with some real money, like that old money. He wear overalls, but he rich, right? Wealthy. So anyway, they don't get all, it's not split it down the middle. It ain't I got $1, you got $1, we got $2. Let's go back to $1 each. It's not that. It's crazy. I mean, if people really knew the complications of the economics that occur in these negotiations, I think people would be like, God, dog. Good for you players, but great for you owners. It's just the way it goes, okay? And they've been grandfathered in. Obviously, they had the money and the capital and the vision to buy into some of these leagues when they were the Lakers were $67 million. And Dr. Buss was at USC as a student and was hustling. And him and his boys start putting their money together and said, let's go buy some real estate. Where? Over there on the west side. Why the west side? Nobody like living over there. Imagine LA then. They were like, I don't want to live over there. Beverly Hills, yuck. For real. So they got it for the cheap. People were living in Compton before the white exodus. Y'all got to know these things. Compton was white. P. Roselle's from Compton. Yeah, one of them NFL commissioners. I was like, what? And then them Watts riots and all that started happening. Cats were moving from Watts to Compton thinking it was greener pastures. That's what happened to my family. My family moved from Watts to Compton because they were like, Watts too gangsters, too crazy. These riots crazy. My grandma bought a duplex in Compton. Think about it. You in Watts and you like, man, I got to move on up. And you go to Compton. Then it got gangster. So my mama says, my son ain't going to Compton High because she lost 2 brothers in the streets. She like, my son ain't getting killed out here just because he a tar babe. That's their mascot. So I know it's racial. They need to change that. I don't know what they do. Anyway, so we moved to greener pastures. Guess where we moved? To the west side, Slauson, Edgemar. Yeah. Uh-oh. Are we between Overhill and Crenshaw? Yeah. Is there a guy that's going to be born named Nipsey Hussle that's going to let everybody know also? Just like NWA Compton's in the house, all of a sudden rolling 60s. I live in Overhill neighborhood crib down here, Overhill 60s. I'm right between it. Damn, these people like wearing blue, mama. So, whatever. So that's what happens. I'm just giving you guys some dirty details. Okay, I'm way away from the WNBA deal, but that's okay because this is what we do on this show. We find our way back, all right? So now, how did we get here? Well, we got here in the midst of conversations like this, where Charles Barkley was saying, y'all better be careful, right? Remember this? This is just a couple of days ago. You can see this damn train wreck coming. I didn't say anything publicly, but when y'all started bad-mouthing the commissioner, you have to remember one thing. The commissioner works for the owners. This is why I was like, yo, they in trouble. I like Kathy Engelbert, but she's speaking for the owners. Y'all think she get up there propped up and just wearing them big old fat heels that them ladies be wearing when they get older? You think she just wearing that and just saying what she's saying because she just woke up that day and felt a certain way? Nah, she had marching orders. She's speaking for the owners. So now I hear all these people on television for the last few months talking about, you women, you go girls, y'all go get these dudes and y'all got the commissioner and y'all got the owners. I'm like, well, y'all better be careful because you know who has power? People who got the damn money. I love the WNBA. I wish you women nothing but the best, but this notion that y'all were just going to hold everybody's feet to the fire and get whatever y'all wanted, that's not the way it works. You have to make the best deal possible, but the people that got all the money, they're going to make the rules of the deal. Damn it. That's how it goes for real. Like if you got a deal and you want to get a deal done, you ain't got to tuck your tail. But just at minimum, I tell you this. Think about it. Stephen A. Smith had a very public negotiation, right? In terms of him talking about, I want to get paid, I want to be the highest paid, and we knew his deal was up. But guess what? What else did you know about that deal? Go. Anybody, go. Stephen A. Smith, he's smart. He's really smart. He didn't say nothing else. Because if you say anything else, what did he say? What was that? It gets misconstrued, right? Misinterpreted, whatever you want to do. Miscommunication. You're like, what did he say? Think about it. If you are about to give up something that you have possession of, because Stephen A. Smith wants what they got. Yeah, he want to be on the airways. Yeah, he want to be on the #1 show. Yeah, all that blah, blah, blah. You want to do all that for free? No, so it's not just that. Okay, so now they got the dough because they got the contracts, because they got the partnerships. We're in bed with the NFL. We're in bed with the NBA. So we got the bees, you know, that make the honey, the billions, the bees. Bzz. And they like, yeah. You want some of this? And we need you. But make sure you know that you ain't just you. It could be you all. It could be y'all. It could be somebody else. Put it like this. Stephen A. Smith was so smart, he just said, I want to get paid. I want to be the highest paid, and my deal is coming up. Everything else that was dirty, he was saying to them straight up. Everything else, when they pushed, he had to pull, and when he pulled, they had to push. They did that behind closed doors. That's why that deal got done. It was a big dog. But if you want to have some old, you're going to drag this thing on out because they're going to be talking to you in two ways, split tongue. One way, they're going to be talking to you like, yeah, you deserve this. Yeah, you earned this. And another way, they're going to be like, we don't know if we could trust you. You kind of a leaky water hose. You know what I mean? And we ain't saying that for the ladies. Leaky faucet for the ladies. They can't be hose. They can't be water hoses. That was a good one. So the point is, you got to know how to play that game, and then there's a game within the game to play. You know what's crazy enough? I do really well in negotiations. Think about it. Even no matter what level player you think I am or I think I am, and I think I was a B-. The problem is I played the run better than I played the pass, but people thought since they saw me and I was big and fast, I could play the pass better. I was kind of big. I was drafted at 282, 272, 282. That was my range, right? Fake weight. I was really a running back. So let's just say the old lineman was touching me and I was like, God dang, what's that? They was affecting me. But that was a big, strong dude. I could play the run today. The pass rush, that's a young man's game. You know what I mean? But the point is, I got labeled as a pass rusher when I should have been a run stopper. If I was labeled as a run stopper, I'd still be in the league. If they thought of me as like Vince Wilfork, but as a DN, I'd still be in the league. You know how they do it. So kind of a little bit mislabeled, injury prone like a mug. And anyway, so I think I was a B minus C plus kind of player. Not Hall of Fame worthy, not even close to an A. But, you know, yeah, but boy, my negotiations went well. Jesus. Even when I went to ESPN, I was like, damn, this is cool. You're getting per diem and, you know, every show you go on, you would get it. Everybody was getting like $1,500 a show. I was getting like $5,000. I was like, I don't know what. I remember when I told somebody this. I know who I told. It was Hasselbeck. He told the whole media. I was talking to Hasselbeck like I thought it was locker room. This is a good story, so it doesn't make him look too bad. We homies. And then we talking about, he said, how much you getting paid? Because I was doing the daily rates. And then I was about to get a deal. And I was like, I'm getting like $5,000 a day. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I didn't think he was going to be like, what? And tell the world what, but he did. And I was getting like car service and all this stuff. And I didn't know that everybody didn't get it. I was like, whatever, if you ask, I'm going to tell you. Ain't that deep? I know people up here making money. Mike is here, dog. Why you think I'm not bragging? I'm sitting next to Mike Greenberg and Mike Golick. I know how much they making. This ain't it. And they, then he told the media and everybody started coming at me. And I didn't care about the people. Guess who came at me too? The bosses. They're like, hey, Wiley, come here. Come here, Jimbo. Come tell Wiley what we tell. Hey, Wiley, look, here, the media, they're a little different than that NFL, okay? The NFL, they tell everybody how much y'all make. Mm-hmm. You seen that? Mm-hmm. That's that USA Today article they put out every year and they talking about y'all salaries? Yeah, that happens. I understand that. But let me tell you something about this Disney, this media, this ESPN. We don't do that. We keep things to ourselves, right? So I was like, all right, next thing I know, I ain't tell nobody else my deal. At least I didn't tell Hasselbeck. I told everybody else. I didn't tell Hasselbeck his own tattletailing ass. So you get to that position, right? You get to a position where you don't know what's going on. You're in a negotiation. Come on, WNBA. People betting on you, people betting against you. Real recent, as recent as yesterday.
Well, what do you think is going to happen? You are hosting the USA Network's inaugural season of WNBA coverage for 2026. Do you believe with good amount of certainty that there's going to be a season?
Yes. I have my sources too.
Ooh.
There will be a season. They will get a deal done. It's just a matter of, at this point, we're just dealing with timelines. I mean, you guys, they still, once they get this done, they still have to release a schedule. They have to do 2 expansion drafts. They have to do, they have a regular draft, which, for all intents and purposes is going to go off without a hitch. But I am concerned with the timeline. So I would not be surprised if they had to push the season by a couple of weeks, but I would put my mortgage on the fact that there will be a season.
Chris Cody, that sounds like a happens to know to me.
He happens to know? Great Scott, he happens to know.
Levitar's still crazy. Oh, that's good. Oh, man, boy. Well, she did happen to know. But I will say this. Happened to know, and she has her sources, and it all came true. It all became a reality. We all realized this is now what we're seeing everywhere. WNBA and WNBPA, please change that. That is ugly. Have reached a tentative verbal agreement for a new CBA. They did it, okay? Everybody's reporting that. We know it. However, what we do also know is if they had to push all these things back or the anticipation of all these delays, that means it got gangster. That means it got crunchy. As you know, the DOC said, it's getting funky. It's getting funky. Ooh, because you ain't going through all of that. Unless it's sitting there like, okay, do we push the red button? Do you want to blow this thing up? Do you want us to end our nonprofit, you charity? Do you want to, ladies? Because it's getting real up in here. It's getting real up in here. Y'all talking talk. We talking walk. We ain't talking the same. And I ain't bilingual. That's what you just tell somebody. We ain't talking the same, and I ain't bilingual. That means I ain't learning another language. You better learn what I'm talking about. Whoa. Don't get me started, right? So then this happens. First of all, I am a man. Shout out to CC, Caitlin Clark. We're going to talk about her in a second. Angel Reese. I'm sorry. Who is this? The WNBA just went from a $1.5. No wonder y'all ain't get paid. I don't even know y'all stars. Went from a $1.5 million salary cap to $6. God dang. 6.2. The Supermax jumped from 250 to 1.3. Dog, these are 4X's. 4X's. Think about how much money you make right now, wherever that is. I don't care. 4X it. You making $20,000 a year. Okay, that's what you got. What if you making 80 today? Huh? What'd you just say? Oh, Shaggy? Let's talk about this. Caitlin Clark effect. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. 90% of all this is because of that one woman right there in the middle. No lie. As much as I love Angel Reese in terms of what she brings to the game and attraction, I don't love all things Angel Reese. I don't love her game. I can't lie. I do know that she is an attraction, and she was a part of the battery. Remember the battery? Positive and negative, no matter what side you on. That's how the battery works. Caitlin Clark and then Angel Reese was the positive and negative that made that battery work. Most times, it was Caitlin Clark being the positive. Not all the time, though, okay? Lady has missed some time at work. You've been off. You didn't have the best second year, okay? You want to keep talking now. And Angel Reese is out there just signing endorsement and deal after deal, and the first woman to do this, first woman to do that. She doing all that. She holding it up while you chilling. Olympic team, I ain't see you, etc. Who's this again? let me beat it up in the comments. I love you guys. Make sure this is something I don't do. Like, subscribe, and become a member. Yes. There you go. What's her name? Oh, that's Cameron Brinks. Oh, okay. Heard of her. There you go. Now I know. These women in real life, though, when I see them, oh, my God, there's nothing more beautiful. Like a woman looking down at you. She's like, hey, how you doing? Can I get a drink, too? You're like, yeah, man. 6'11". Golly. I saw a lady last night. Her name was like Siciliana Fresh. She's a jiu-jitsu artist who climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. She was like 6'2", yoked, insane, beautiful. I love it too much. All right, y'all. So that's what's happening in the world of the WNBA. Let me tell you about the Caitlin Clark effect, and also let's break it down what's really going on, what's going to happen next. So the Caitlin Clark effect is this. It wasn't about the attention. The WNBA has gotten attention before. They have notoriety before. The WNBA started off hot. If you want to, we went through this on other shows. We can't do it right now. It's boring. Here it is. They had ratings when they first started. They had notoriety when they first started. They had stars. Look, you could talk about it from Lisa Leslie to Candace Parker. We know all the names. And it didn't take hold as they anticipated. Why didn't it take hold? We weren't ready to give them the respect that they earned or deserved. Think about it. You earned the respect, and then you deserve it, so you got to demand it. Because once you earned it, you're like, yo, give me mine. We didn't do that then. We weren't in a place, whether it was because of media or it's just because of our really like our psychology. Really, it's like our PC system, right? We were in a place where we didn't even want to discuss openly or criticize the women. It was just like, yo, let them be. So when you let something be, you neglect it. Think about it. We always think that's a nice thing. Oh, let them be. That ain't good. You got to give them. You got to cultivate. And we didn't want to cultivate that relationship with them. I'm talking about the casuals, and I'm really talking about the men of the WNBA, like the men who like the WNBA. Because we already know women don't like it. It's so crazy. Like all this women's rights, women's lib, y'all don't like the WNBA at all. And that's what they went after at first, I think, for their fan base. And they got that like, and then the women was like, man, we don't like basketball like that. For real. How many times have you woke up on a Saturday and the ladies woke you up, hey, let's go get some run? You even say, let's go get some run in a man's voice. Don't believe me? Go to your local Y. Go to your local gym. Go to your local LA Fitness. Go to wherever you see that they get they run. And look at the sidelines. Ain't nothing but dudes, okay? So it was a miscalculation. You thought WNBA, women playing basketball, gonna be nothing but women there. And it was like, oh, snap. So you could tell they miscalculated because they start giving out all these tickets to elementary schools, so especially the girls. Let's go, girls. The girls will go there. I took my daughter. I fell into the trap. I took my daughter to 2 WNBA games. Both of them, she said, in the third quarter, Daddy, you ready to go? I'm sitting there pandering my ass off over there just like, baby, look, you can do it too. Women can do it too. Girls can do it too. And she's like, yeah, I already knew that. I didn't need to see this. Move. I don't need none of this. This ain't representation. These are girls playing basketball. And Daddy, let me just tell you, other than her and maybe her, the rest of them can't play like good. They don't look that good. I don't know. Why that ball just go over the backboard like that? I'm like, damn. So we weren't real with them. We still not real with them. That's why I'm like, okay, we are better though. We are realer than we've ever been. Because now you got the dudes who get run, going to the games. You got the dudes who got run, fans of these girls and women. And you got dudes who get run, actually talking shit. We talking trash. We talking back about them. We like, nah, that ain't it. And that's all they needed to stop being neglected, to actually be respected, earned, and what they deserve. And what they deserve is some criticism too. They got a lot of praise. Now let's bring some hell to them so we can really respect them. If they get the respect, it's a wrap. Because they're girls that can ball, trust me. But there's this weird dynamic. They must fix it. Because it's reverse of the men's game. In the men's game, guys are insane in AAU. Be real, and then we're out of here. Guys are insane when they're young. Even more insane in high school. Then they take a dip when they go to college. You got to play into the program and the culture and the system, right? You don't see the same dude that you know got recruited because he was scoring 40 a game. In college, he's scoring 25, if he lucky. Then he go pro and he goes hard again. He crazy. Okay, that's it. It's almost like a trampoline. Not the women. The women are insane at AAU. They playing with the boys. Then they get to around puberty and it's like, all right, let me go over here and dominate these girls. They get to high school, dominate. Get to college, dominate, and really are powerful, really are stars, really are the biggest they're going to be. Then they get to the WNBA and be like, still good, but that's how important the business is. Not just the economic infrastructure, but also the marketing and branding, right? How big can we make you look? How grand can we make you look? How can we dress you up? Right? They need to fix that. Because there's too many women that I know. And Skylar Diggins always comes to my head. Skylar Diggins, if the NFL, if the NBA men's league, if any league would have had Skylar Diggins, y'all know what I'm talking about? Baller, beautiful, fresh, smart, everything. Like box. Oh, it would have been a wrap. That girl would have been so household. But they didn't do it. Maybe she didn't do it. She's still a baller. But it just seemed like they just, and she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one. Let me leave on my Skylar Diggins story. I always got to tell this. Oh, my God, this is sick. So we at the ESPYs. And, you know, at the ESPYs, you got your seats. And then, you know, sometimes you sit next to, like, God dang. So I'm sitting there. I forget who's by me. Kevin Durant was close. So we're sitting there. And during the, like, almost commercial break, like, they ain't really giving this highlight, but they talking about it. And then, you know, the music going on. They were like, all right, Gatorade National Players of the Year. So, you know, this is some high school senior stuff. And I forgot the dude's name because everybody reacted to Skylar Diggins. So then they were like, and Skylar Diggins. And no lie, you're like, what? First thing you're thinking, she in high school? You're like, goodness, she beautiful. I mean, my wife, and I'm like, my wife was like, everybody looking like, where's this lady? Like in high school. She looked insane. That was the best picture I ever seen in my life. Then you're like, calm down, dog. She in high school. But then you're like, all right, applause. And you could see all the NBA, everybody was like, who the hell is that? They showing the highlights of it. We were like, man, come on now. That was just funny. I was just laughing because I was like, dog, if she was older, she would have been proposed to that night 50 times. And I wonder at the after parties, did anything go down? Did somebody try to say, get an early dib on her? A Russell Simmons. Like, I see you later, Kimura. All right, let's get into this because we got to talk about more topics. Obviously, beat it up in the comments. I'm going to read it. WNBA, that deal is done. Congratulations, ladies. Hey, ladies. All right. We got to talk about also the next Jokic. We found them. KD's burner accounts are now showing up in the win-loss column. They said their locker room is fractured. Mendoza is not the best quarterback in the draft. People are talking about what? But let's get into this LeBron topic because some people said he being set up to fail being the third option. This is an interesting take. Let's go.
Okay, Ocho, don't put too much pressure on him where he got to give you 30. You know, he got to give you 36 and 6. You know what I mean? Let him. If he could get you around 20 to 25 a night and six rebounds, 5 assists, I think he's going to be great in that role. But they got to have other guys to step up. Like you look at Marcus Smart. He played great.
Well. Unbelievable.
But the biggest key is Jamal Murray. You see, guarding Luka, his offense is going to be his defense, Ocho. He got him in foul trouble. Man, fouled out the game. You know what I mean?
Man, it sounds like Joe Johnson always ordering like a fish dinner. Don't he sound like that uncle. Boy, let me get me two of them catfish, boy. What he's talking about is, look, the Lakers can mastermind their way to success in this season and in the playoffs. They can, because they got enough. That's the tough part about the Lakers when you look at them. They got enough to play with your imagination. If we do this, and we do this, and this. Sometimes you have so much that it's pretty obvious what we got to do. This situation, you got a few different variables because, one, your two best offensive players are certainly your worst defenders. Then you got LeBron who can do it, but it's like, how much juice is left? How much toothpaste left in that tube? So let's be careful. Our breath going to stink if we use it all up, right? So you got to be careful when you talk about LeBron. That's the problem with this team. This team, it barely qualifies. Usually that team loses in the playoffs mid-range. Like, you win the first series and then everybody gets excited. I told you we could do it. And then you're like, oh yeah, we ain't have enough. That's what they seem like to me.
And so you take away one of their key guys, it benefits the Lakers, man. They played great basketball yesterday. I enjoyed watching them play.
But see, this is the problem though, Uncle Joe. You say, do we have anything to be excited about? My grandma used to say, when a team plays like this, they call it food.
Ugh. First of all, I hope it come back. Did he just get an eye booger? Oh, what the hell? I don't like that. That was nasty. It's one thing to dab your face. He's
also,
straight.
Joe,
Oh,
just go.
Okay, let's go.
Tell me the time in the history of the game where one team has, where you said, you know what, we need our 38, 39, 40, 41, 37-year-old guy to play great on a nightly basis in order for us to win a game. Tell me the time that's happened, Joe.
It hasn't, but LeBron is a standard.
So by that standard, by what you saying, he might be he might have horns, stand on a burnt out bus, and eat grass then.
Oh, yeah, he goated it. That's what you're asking. Listen, I'm saying he big goated now. I ain't taking nothing away from him. The boy got his own money. You hear me? The boy, the boy bad. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying at 41, man, you don't want why he got to carry that? He ain't got to carry that burden. I mean, he gonna give you some great nights.
Yes,
but nights like this where he can facilitate and just play off these other guys who kind of got it going. I think his IQ for the game says it all, bro. He knows how to fit in.
Here's the thing. Y'all asking him to serve two gods. Y'all asking him to serve his biological God, and then you haven't asking him to serve your selfish God, your own ego, your own desires. You can't have it both ways, right? We all know which one's going to win. Father Time is undefeated. So it's like, look, you want to get some of these wins? Go ahead. I'm going to win this series. Father Time's going to win the series. Go ahead and win game one. Go ahead. I wouldn't celebrate too much if I were you.
Because if you put that kind of pressure on, if you say, well, LeBron James needs to carry this team or he needs to do X, Y, and Z at 41 and it doesn't happen, now you get a chance to diminish it. You see what you see how they do? Ocho, you see how they do that?
Yeah.
This is what we do. We put this unrealistic expectations on a 41-year-old, which you've never done in the history of the game. 80-plus years of the NBA. No 41-year-old, no 40-year-old, no 39-year-old has been asked to do what LeBron is asked to do. And if he doesn't do it, now we can diminish him. See, I told you he wasn't the GOAT. See, I told you he wasn't X, Y, and Z.
Man, they must know, the narrative must know how dumb people are, because he's right. They will literally put this out there right now, and in real time, we'll all sit there and say, man, this is stupid. But when you look back, revisionist history, that's why it's a thing. Like, we all can't go back in time and remember all elements. We forget something, whether it's the emotional context, right? You miss some of the data points. You just never do a full total assessment and review. You don't. People forget. That's why it's fascinating when you see them Jordan clips of him getting ripped, him airballing, him passing. Oh yeah, he did do that. He did. Oh yeah, him having a horrible shooting night in the finals, stuff like that. And you'd be like, what? Because we don't. We all have blind spots. And so one of the things about the barbershop argument, why I don't go to the barbershop, I don't have hair, but also I ain't got time. Dog, we are not arguing from the same perspective. It's crazy. So that's where the game goes, man. And that's why we argue so much.
Bro, he's not 25. He's not 30. He's not 35. He's 41. in year 23. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, you just ask him, okay, LeBron, give us what you're giving us. We know on a given night, you might bump that up to 28-32. You might be able to give us 10 rebounds. You might be able to give us 10 assists and 7 rebounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
But to ask him to be what he was in Cleveland the second time around, to ask
second time around. All the real gangsters know that. You throw your elbows up. See, when I grew up, gangsters used to listen to slow music and like them classics. I'm sorry.
Him what he was for the Lakers in his first up until 3 years ago.
What?
I think you're asking a bit much, man. I think it's unrealistic.
Okay, let's leave there. Blah, blah, blah. Because, whatever we doing to LeBron, stop it. Somebody, who wrote this? Brand new 4172 said, I'm so sick of this topic. Me too. I'm tired of y'all talking about what LeBron going to do, ain't going to do. Leave LeBron alone. Leave one of the GOATs alone. Can't we just say one of the GOATs and move on? Nope, people don't want that. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys do want. I see you, Innova Recycling says, almost thought there was no live today. Morning would have sucked. Oh, stunk. Would have stunk. Well, yeah, I had some internet issues. So far, so good, right? So far, we're rolling with the internet. It ain't a problem right now. So love to that. Love to all what y'all doing out there. Beat it up in comments. I will read it. We got some members in the building. Jared M., what you talking about? That's not a point by Sharp. It was a full-on contradiction. Really? Contradiction. How is it a contradiction that we setting up LeBron to fail? I don't think we are. At 41, look, I understand if you're going with the whole absolute premise of if you're on the court, you should be able to contribute. I don't give a damn how old you are, which I hope you're not. But if you are, okay, I understand that. But be real. LeBron James, they ain't going to give him his flowers, so he's just going to have to deal with what they give him. A dozen of roses for Michael Jordan is 8. For LeBron. Some say he deserves it that way. We'll see. Let me get one more thing out about the women's game before we keep going on some of these topics. The women's game, you know what's interesting about the women's game? I've said this to Hall of Famers. I've said this to anybody who will listen. I said this on air. I said this on ESPN, Fox. If they lower the damn rim, all problems solved. They wouldn't even have to have no negotiation. The owners would have been throwing money at these ladies. The ball is smaller. 3-point line is closer. The clock is shorter. What else, ladies? Anything else you want to abbreviate? And since you're abbreviating everything, abbreviate the damn rim. My daughters right now are 5 and 7. My 7-year-old loves basketball. It became her number one sport now. And that's good because, no lie, being real, as all parents do. I don't know if my kids are going pro or not. Thankfully, I went pro, so I can't lie. I have that imagination. I'm like, they have a DNA. They have some chromosomes in them that has gone all the way. Now, if they don't, it's their damn mama fault. She played college basketball. Messing up my damn lineage, messing up my DNA like that, woman. Now, in all seriousness, but you identify quickly if you know sports, what sports you're going to be really good at, what sports you can work at it. We'll see. Okay. You can't even breathe when you're talking to them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're looking better. So I know my son is football and then basketball. Okay. Basketball, first of all, is too hard to get there, even if you're great. I got a video in here. If you ain't 6'8" by the 8th grade, you better be insane in everything else. Not good, not damn good, not great. Insane. We don't know nobody 6'3". 6'3" for what? Somebody 6'6" could do that, fool. Okay, so basketball's tough. Football, got a chance, brother. Your daddy did it. I got a PhD in football. I can tell you all the things you've seen and things you haven't seen, and then you're going to come back and fight and battle, and we're going to learn more new things, new layers. So football for my son. For my girl, basketball. She's gigantic. Let me give you something like this. You know how you go to the doctor and they be like, oh, your daughter's in the percentile, height and weight. My daughter went to the doctor when she was 7. She was a day old at 7. She just turned 7. So now she's getting measured by the 7-year-olds. She was 99 percentile height and weight for the 6-year-olds, obviously. Big girl. She goes 7. I'm thinking, all right, she's going to drop to the 80s or something. No. She's 99 percentile height. One day in the 7 with all the 7-year-olds. She's going to be a big girl. Angel Reese style, hopefully. My mama was big. My mama was gigantic. So 6'1", right? 250. So I'm like, go girl. Now, I was always thinking basketball for her. Glad she loves it now because I ain't got to push her. I ain't got to be like nudging her. I ain't got to be like bumping her. I ain't got to be because she was into gymnastics, still is, but she was into also track. And I'm like, baby, you're going to be gigantic. What you going to do, the javelin? Like, you know what I mean? Play basketball. I don't want to play basketball. Now, I can't wait to play basketball. Good. I got a little 5-year-old. She runs everywhere. You tell her, pick up her shoes. She runs to the shoe, okay? You tell her, okay, can you go get your water? She runs to the water. She runs everywhere. I was like, you going to run track. Little Shaqiri, but don't act like her. Do not act like her, but be Shaqiri. She runs everywhere. She runs to go to bed. She's running. She's pretty fast, too. So we'll see how they turn out. Y'all know I'm going to be here for y'all to keep y'all updated, real and fake. I'll tell you, oh, they suck right now. I'll tell you the real. All right. What time is it? 6:02? Oh, yeah, we got time. We got time today. I want to hear this. This is interesting. Let's go a little deeper into basketball before we get up out of here. Because Max Kellerman and Rich Paul, they talking about the big three. They talk about the big three. But the big three to them is different than the big three with us. Let's hear what they say. Let's get a little smarter, shall we? Let's go.
Today's big three is president, GM, coach, star player.
In the NBA.
In the NBA. Mm-hmm. That's where the big three is focused on.
It's true.
Did y'all hear that? The big three ain't no more on the court. We tried that. The Heatles, they won 2 of 4. Best players in the game together. Forming Voltron. Now he's saying, nah, it's the president or the GM, it's the coach, and then it's that star player. Interesting. Let's go.
And when you have that, it kind of like spreads throughout the rest of the team. When I watched that OKC team play, I'm changing their name.
So are
too.
you saying you would trade the second best player in a big three situation for a great team president, and you would trade the third best player for a great coach? In other words, the big three for a championship is that more than it is 3 great players.
Well, first of all, it depends on who the second best player is. Okay. If the second best player could possibly be a first best player like a Tatum or Brown, then
always in life there are exceptions. Yeah,
but if they're
Thank you. In life, there's always exceptions. Just like I just read a comment. Somebody just said Isaiah Thomas was little. Yeah, and he's an exception. Like, dog, okay, I dare you to start having kids and make them all Isaiah Thomas height and say go to the NBA. I dare you. Good luck with that.
It's who you would say is the second best player, but they're not an all NBA caliber player, then the answer is yes.
Right.
But OKC is OKC IQ. When you watch OKC play, the way they move the ball is they got 9, 10, maybe 11 guys.
12 guys. Everyone on the team can play.
That actually knows how to play, and more importantly, they play the right way.
Okay, I'm going to get up out of here because that tempo is a little different than I expected. Let me stop. In all reality, OKC can play. Let me tell you this one thing I learned about basketball, because y'all conductor is different than our conductor, right? Because in basketball, everyone's going 2 ways, so whoever's conducting really has influence. Your starting point guard, whatever you want to say, sometimes it's not your point guard. It could be a point forward like a LeBron. It doesn't matter. Whoever got that rock in their hand, whoever has the mentality of the team, whoever the leader is, matters in so many ways. Look at a team like Magic Johnson when he was with the Showtime Lakers. Look at a team when they had Larry Bird and the Celtics. Look how everyone looked like they were smart because he just said something. It happened to my little team, our left coast legends, the little team that my son plays for. You change the mentality of the guard. You change the mentality of who's handling that rock to somebody who's like, everybody counts, everyone matters, everyone's getting fed, everyone's a part of this system. Everybody gonna look smart because everybody gonna be where they gotta be or else they ain't gonna get nothing to eat. That's how basketball works. Football doesn't work that way. And I think because football's so popular and sometimes we just let one sport bleed to the other, we don't make those explicit proclamations. You gotta understand in football, there is some independence in there. I can do what the hell I wanna do and it still works. A DN doesn't give a damn about what the quarterback is doing. He would rather the quarterback be great so they can have a lead so he can go sack the other team's quarterback because we got the lead. But at the same time, man, do you, dog? But when you're talking about SGA, That dude, when he was with the Clippers, we knew he is different. Our hand got forced by superstars and veterans. Kawhi Leonard, I need me a superstar that's ready not right now, not now, right now. Not now, right now. And SGA wasn't right now. We wasn't going to get Paul George, say what you want. We wasn't going to get anybody of that level without giving him up because everybody knew he was it. He made that team, OKC, they just got to work the way that he's working, which is we all involved. We all together. It's beautiful to see when you see it. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Be bigger than your biggest excuse. That stuck with me ever since I heard it. Thank you, Wayman, for the super chat. I love, brother. Wayman Bird just said that. But it's actually be greater than your greatest excuse. But hey, be bigger than your biggest excuse. Same shit. But it's that. Where is it? I can never do this. Right there. That hat. You ever see that hat anywhere, y'all? It's the Project Transition logo. Be greater. You got me confused. Be greater than your greatest excuse. If you just have that as a mantra, you good. And I know I failed at it as well. Last night I failed. My greatest excuse was I was hungry and I wanted to have something to eat on the way home from this event. My ass went to McDonald's. Damn it. You know why I went to McDonald's? Because I never go to McDonald's anymore. I got over that. I used to have this little McDonald's every few weeks. Now, every year or once. I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know what the hell, where y'all get these cows from? Because why am I straight in the bathroom? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get into this because KD. Kevin Durant, my favorite player. Y'all know this. When everyone shoots, remember everybody says Kobe? No lie. Guess what I say? Durant. Kids love it. They be like, they like saying it when I miss. So I go to practice, Durant. They go, Durant. Because they don't think of KD like I think of KD. Oh, well, these kids are stupid today. But let's talk about that. Because if you look at KD and what's going on in Houston right now, a lot of bad conversation. A lot.
Yeah. But NBCA? Hold on, I'm going to do you a favor, KD. I'm going to finish your sentence for you. Hey, you need to go ask Emmy. Like, you need to go ask the coach. Like, I'll finish it. Since you can't say it.
Yeah, he wanted to say it.
Like, I'll finish it for you. Go ask Emmy why he got me in this situation constantly throughout the season.
Can you imagine how he looking at the clipboard in the huddle? He looking in the huddle like, we doing this again?
Go ask him why we ain't got no plays besides this.
Got that nigga.
Quit putting me in the pick and roll so they can double me. Like,
you got me bringing up the middle of the floor every possession so they can double me. So he's really being the corner nigga like he's saying maybe I should get out of the way, but you're being the decoy. They're trapping you at the top of the key so they can play backside basketball. But the backside guys that you're depending on ain't guys that's gonna make the right plays. Man. So you throwing it to Finney, you're throwing it to Amon, like Josh Kobe. If they get it, even I seen what's big boy number 10? What's his name? Jabari. He got the ball right there. They just won't shoot that little mid range right there.
That's the thing, and they're not hitting their open shots. Everybody else on their team, when they double KD, all of a sudden it's on you, and then, oh, man, it's back on me again. That's what's happening. Let's give it a little more love.
Yo, they need a point guard. Yeah. That's been their
biggest Reed out there?
That's been their biggest issue.
Ain't been Reed Shepard ain't a point guard.
They do need a point guard.
They need motherfucking people who can make a basket.
And they need a point guard.
I need a shooter.
KD's averaging 6.
I need a shooter.
KD averaging 6
because I got the ball. I need a shooter.
Nobody makes it easier for KD. They need a point guard.
No. Okay, if they're doubling KD, right? If they're doubling him, what is the point guard going to do to stop the double?
Nothing. He needs a point guard that can score. So KD is effective when he has a.
How about this?
Right? That is true. KD has always had a point guard with him. Like, Harden, Westbrook come to mind, Steph. Like, isn't that amazing when everybody right, but then you be like, so what's wrong? Like, everybody right.
The guy that got
but that's Reed Shepard is the scoring point guard.
Fred.
Okay. Reed Shepard is a better scoring point guard than Fred VanVleet.
But he's not.
Come on, man.
He's a way better scoring point guard.
Wait, what?
Reed Shepard is a better scoring point guard than Fred VanVleet.
Drop the mic, baby. Drop the mic. Drop the crown. Ding, 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 ding. All right, I see the Ben C up in here say, how many teams KD played with so far? That sounds like a jab, and I don't accept any slander towards Kevin Durant. Durant, chill. Don't matter how many teams he played for. What does that matter? One NBA, damn it. I don't care what team. Like, I don't think there's any props to staying still unless you wanted to stay still. I never thought it back then. I don't think it right now. Back then, they were stuck in concrete. Them contracts were made in concrete. They didn't give them pins. They gave them jackhammers. Sucker, write your name in here. Hurry up. You know concrete, when it's wet, you got to get a stick or your finger. Be careful with your finger, bro. You do it, you got to tag it up. So forever, that damn block on the sidewalk said your name. I used to see it all the time growing up. West Side, neighborhood. I was like, man, come on, who tagged this up? Who tagged up the concrete? God dang. Some things got to be sacred. I used to put my name too. Teddy bear. It's a real spit. So yeah, they got some issues over there, but I think it's more fascinating to talk about. You know me, I'm a sociologist. I don't give a damn about X's and O's. Not as much as I's and U's. X's and O's, everybody could do that. Who could figure out I and U so we can do what we do, baby?
Looking right now, man, there's so much shit going on over there in Houston, man. I don't know what's going on because they don't really fuck with me no more like that, but it's okay. I'm good.
Do they still owe you a ring too?
Yeah, they owe me a goddamn ring. That's what me and someone was talking about. I need that goddamn second ring though. Yeah, that part right there. And but the Rockets, man, like I said last year, all we needed was KD. We got KD, a guy to roll the ball out to, get you a bucket. But now everybody's standing around watching KD. And I mean, shit. It's just, I don't know. They said some shit about some secret page KD did, and talked about some of the players on the team, and it's fucking split.
They all in their feelings. If this is accurate, I mean, look, we know KD had the burners before. We know that they put these latest burners on KD. And we also know that he was talking about guys that he's around. So I don't know, man to man. I don't know if the smoke was cleared. I don't know if the air was cleared. I don't know. But I hope so. Even if he said, I didn't do it or I did it. I don't care. Just get out your feelings. You're not getting these games back. You're not getting this time back. You're not getting this year back. You don't need all of that. So what? I said something about you. First of all, this is my mentality. You said something bad about me. Oh, man, that's messed up. That's jacked up. Why you say something bad about me? Okay, oh, well, that's what you think. I'm not about to let that mess with my money because you don't think I'm good. I'm making you right. If KD says I suck, and then I actually am mad at KD, which is childish, Stephen A. Smith could say you suck. You mad at Stephen A. Smith? Yeah. Oh, so you gonna play bad because Stephen A. Smith thinks you suck? No. So why are you doing it with Kevin Durant? Because he right here. Because he my teammate. He ain't supposed to do like. Shut up and grow up. It's about you. So then I'm like, all right, you think I suck? I'm gonna prove I don't suck. Or I don't even have to prove it. I know I don't suck. Let me just keep balling, not regress. Oh, this is such auntie behavior. Grow up. Who gives a damn what they think about you? Don't you play sports? You've always been booed. They just was not booing loud when you were 8. You go to a game right now, our kids make free throws. Yeah, they kid make a free throw. You're like, that's a boo. We ain't happy. Don't make no free throws on us.
They got them guys up, and guys don't like to high five each other no more. No motherfucker, everybody don't want to bump chests no more with each other. Everybody it's to split up the whole fucking team. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of shit going on out there in Houston. But Houston, y'all need to get me back after that motherfucker though, where I can change this shit around. Let me talk to them young motherfuckers out there.
Max, I think they need to make you an assistant coach, Max.
And this dude next level. He is next. He is next.
Is that a you agree with me?
Hell no.
Oh, what do you got?
Max, I can't deal with these motherfucking youngins. I be done swung on one of them motherfuckers. We be in there moving furniture around the locker room. You know, young kids don't listen no more, man. I can't fuck with this motherfucker young.
Yeah, they don't.
Man. No, I be done move some furniture.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is a thing. This generation looking at you like, and I'm around some kids that look at me like that, and I'm like, and people who know me, and I hope the parents. There's been only like 2 parents that didn't know me. Like I'm coming with such a good spirit. I'm coming in such good intention. But I will check your son. I will check your daughter. Oh, don't think your daughter off because she a girl. No. She getting it too. If she playing sports, I always tell them. First thing I tell them, I say, look, this ain't PE. But they don't understand what the hell I'm talking about. It's like, what do you mean? I said, this ain't PE. This ain't no class you got to go to. Y'all want to be here? Okay, act like it. Get your butt in line. Line up. First thing I say is butterflies. What is a butterfly? Butterfly is this. Stand still, put your feet right by the line, not on the line, little boy, and then rub your arms up and down like this. And don't touch nobody next to you. You realize his hands are this wide. Get your butt on the other side of that hand and don't touch his hands. Y'all line up in one line. Let me know when y'all done. We'll be here all day. Then all of a sudden you walk through. I'm doing this way nicer than I'm doing it right now. So then you walk through and you look at their little feet. And they all got on Velcro shoes because they don't know how to tie their shoes yet. You just looking at their little ass feet. You're like, man, these little kids. I point at his feet. I'm like, you okay? He's like, oh, when did he back up? I said, you know why we doing this? Because first thing in every sport, you got to be aligned, okay? Alignment. After you do this and you start discipline, I say, all right, now go. Run to half court, come back, okay? Butterflies. They doing it. They trying to figure it out again. And then I'm looking down and they're like, I say, it's kicking in. Because we're building Legos. My system is called Legos. It starts small, but you put them together and it gets bigger and better. Fresher, right? So I got the kids locked up. Next thing you know, they know how to line up. So they got alignment. Next thing after alignment is what? Assignment. You got to know what you're doing. We're going to spend a lot of time here. Got the alignment, we got the assignment. It's called AAA. I got all this thing on lock. Alignment, assignment, now it's time to attack. You better, no shy guy, no shy girl. I do not let that happen. There's a lion inside of all of us. It must roar. Go. And if you ain't roaring, come over here with me. Let's talk. That's it. That's my program. It works too. We be winning. We be winning. I get any kid to go get it. Don't mean they're going to get it the same, but they're going to go get it. Real spit. Okay, let's talk about this. A little nostalgia right here. I want to always highlight when people be BSing. I always want to highlight when things change and people don't act like they change. Remember back in the day when we used to watch them play and all that hard fouling and all that, it's physicality of the NBA and all that stuff? We didn't do and call it what we call it now. Peep this.
The SGA foul baiting, some players have brought this up. As a player who did this and, openly admits that he did it, what does the NBA do about the way SGA plays, if anything?
I don't get it. I don't understand what foul baiting is. We didn't say this about MJ, and MJ went to the line 10-plus times. James Harden was in that same category, went to the line 10-plus times. Giannis, I don't understand this. You play the game, and you try to take advantage of whatever rules or how they're calling the game. Games change from night to night. I know there's a...
All right, let's stop right there. Come on. Preach. Dog, in a game where we all qualify, bigger, faster, stronger, we all got that to some degree. Mental IQ, we all got that to some degree. Ballers, we're all black belts, just different degrees. We're looking for advantages. I don't give a damn where I can find it. If it's on that floor, I want more. I want every advantage I can get. I hope your shoelace is untied. I don't give a damn. And if I take advantage of an advantage, why are you now trying to come back and call me out? Don't have the advantages out there. Okay? So I understand exactly what he's saying because I'm old enough to remember when y'all didn't care to call that anything, or certainly didn't want to slander the person doing it, right? When you wanted to jump into them before they jumped into you, wanted to get that extra bump. You want to get that bump to the layup, and then hopefully that'll be an offensive foul or defensive foul, whatever it may be. Depends on who you are. You defending, you scoring. But then the narrative switch is based off of what? Likability or just the fact that we all talking about it? Reggie Miller's on it.
General consensus of how you're supposed to play, but you have different officials each and every game. He is not, what do you call it, rage baiting and
foul baiting.
Foul baiting every single night. He's attacking the defense. Are some calls questionable? Absolutely. But I just don't get it why he gets called out all the time. Last night, Jaylen Brown's been, calling this out all the time. He shot 21 free throws last night.
Well, maybe he's learning from SGA how to bait.
Then thank you. Learn and adapt. Learn and adapt. That's what you've got to do.
Thank you. And stop complaining. It's so crazy. But look, that's all of us, man. But it happens in doses and different degrees. I noticed this. Like, I do have a video of Jaylen Brown literally saying SGA is flopping. And it doesn't like that. I thought we were supposed to play the right way. But then, come on, how many times have you been there before? You're the crusader. You're Jaylen Brown in this conversation. Man, we ain't supposed to be doing that. We ain't supposed to be doing that. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what the game is. This would be a good time for me to actually do some producing and actually find that video, right? So the thing is, we ain't supposed to be doing that. We ain't supposed to be all that, right? And that's great. And at the same time, look at me, can't do two things at once. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I found the video. Right. All right, I'm going to play this video, but yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You shouldn't do that. That's not the way you play. That's not the way you play. Oh. And then nothing happens. You don't see it corrected. Catch yourself. And then you're like, all right, well, since they ain't going to stop him, I'm going to do it. That happens so much. I thought it was wrong. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Oh, it ain't that wrong. It's just he getting away with something. I want to hear this. Let's go.
You know, it's already in the past. It's over with. So I just got to move forward. To be honest, I don't think I deserve to get ejected, but, you know, it is what it is.
Were you more motivated today after how Tuesday ended?
No, I mean, I wasn't more motivated. Obviously, I was pissed that I didn't get to compete in that game. That was another big-time matchup that I had circled on my calendar. Obviously, playing against the Spurs, it was a good team, and I came out to a great start. I felt great. I felt like I was ready to have a big-time performance, and, you know, my night got ended short. You know, in certain spots, maybe I could have been a little bit better, but, you know, you're passionate. It's a big game. You know, you want to see emotion. You want to see your star players showing that emotion. I don't think I deserve to get tossed. And, you know, I think the NBA agreed because I didn't get fined or anything like that. So it is what it is. You know, it happens. People make mistakes. But I'm just looking forward now.
You got 14 free throws tonight, though.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, this ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Oh, here we go.
I think that might be a record this season. So I don't know, maybe it all works in the end, but, you know, I don't foul bait. I'm not looking to, you know, flop or anything like that, but it's almost like you got to. It's almost like, because there's a couple plays in the fourth quarter where I feel like I drove strong, went up strong, and I didn't get the benefit of the doubt. But maybe if I would have flopped, maybe I would have been able to sell that call.
And right there we lost him. He sold his soul to foul baiting.
Decide games. So it's like, you know, we commend players for, you know, playing the game the right way, but, you know, we give the benefit to those who, you know, who necessarily are trying to manipulate the game into their advantage. I just don't think it's basketball. Like, let's just play basketball. All the foul baiting, I think it's whatever for me, but I thought we played good tonight. I thought we competed tonight. One possession game. If we come up with that rebound, maybe we make a play and we can still win on the road. It didn't happen, but I'm proud of my group.
Blah, blah, blah. Did y'all see him? Did y'all see his moral compass just change right before our very eyes? He said, well, we compliment the players to do it and play the right way, but we reward a different way. Maybe I need to do it. He doing it. My boy, member Ben C says Jordan and SGA both average around 8 free throw attempts per game. Different eras, but still, the numbers are the numbers, right? It's crazy. Like, imagine you do something and somebody did the exact same thing, but they love him and they hate you. That's the same dynamic that occurs, walk with me here, when someone is staring at you. This is why I never got caught up in the, you remember that whole narrative that you walk into a liquor store, you walk into any store, they always looking at black people. They always following black people. I never got caught up in that one. You know why? Because of this. I remember my homegirl who was super fine, Tiffany Cambridge, walking in the class and everybody's staring at her. And you know what? Since she was my homegirl, she would tell me what she was thinking when everybody's staring at her. And she was like, man, they were looking at me. They like this shirt. They like this blouse. She wore heels in the 9th grade. They was like, they like my heels. Now, I also had homegirls that didn't look like Tiffany Cambridge, right? Mud ducks, whatever you want to say. They didn't look as good, right? And then when everyone was looking at them, or when some people were looking at them, you know what they were thinking? What they looking at? Why they always tripping? Why they always talking about me? It's like you almost are reflecting the esteem. It ain't got nothing to do with what they thinking because you don't know what they thinking. How the hell I know what you thinking? Right now, I'm looking at you. What do you think I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking? Thinking about why is there only one piece of gum left in here? It literally was, like right here. That's all I was thinking about, this gum. This one piece. I was like, this look raggedy as hell. You probably thinking, what's wrong with him? What's up, homie? So I used to see my homeboys get caught up in this. I seen people almost get killed over this. And then you like, what's up, homie? What's up? You good? Everything good, homie? Oh, okay. I was just, you looking at me like it's something on. I'm like, what? You know what it really was? Oh, that's a fresh hat. Miss me with these dumbass narratives trying to make me think, oh, I got to think what you thinking. I don't know what you thinking, so I ain't thinking about it. That's what I say. I don't know what you're thinking, so I'm not going to think about it. Donut. All right, let's get into some football, man. We gotta shift gears. We gotta get to a real sport. We gotta talk about real sport, real man. Actually, not yet. We're gonna say football. Still gotta do that Mendoza, okay? We gotta get into Mendoza. He's not the best quarterback in the draft. That's coming up. Ooh, but first we gotta finish off this basketball nostalgia. If y'all walk with me, y'all understand we go into different layers and dynamics. We go in different sections, right? So right now, I love to hear this. This is one from back in the day. Allen Iverson, who never won a championship, but I dare you go up to Allen Iverson and say, you're not a winner. Well, let's talk about why he didn't win.
What was it like playing against Shaq and Kobe in their prime with them, with those Laker teams?
Terrible. I think I have a championship ring on if Shaq wasn't who he was in that series. And then what was crazy is people were saying Dikembe had a great series.
Did y'all hear what he just said? If Shaq wasn't who he was. Now, obviously, we know Shaq had to guard a different level of guys in that era than Kobe did. Kobe had to deal with some dudes. Shaq, not as much, but still some dudes. But Kobe had to go through it. I actually got a video on that I can show you. Point being, Iverson, like, if they weren't in the way, that's like how Hakeem Olajuwon probably feels. I probably have 7, 8 rings if no Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? But Michael Jordan was there, and he had to wait for him to go retire a couple times to go get them money. Go get them 2 rings. You got to retire, bro.
But I don't know how you had a great series if the guy you guarding averaging 30 and 15.
Jesus. What the hell are you supposed to do with that? What is that? Oh, no. They doing a highlight show. All right, we got enough out of that. Blah, blah, blah. God dang. Dog, I'm trying to tell people, when they try to say Shaq, because people, you know how people act. They want to say, oh, it was Shaq now and Shaq at the end. And Shaq, not even skinny Orlando Shaq. L.A. Roscoe Shaq. What? Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Let's give some comments, some love, and then let's get into Mendoza right now. See some members in here. The Ben C, what you talking about? Jared M, foul baiting is a result of too much organized basketball. Go to the playground sometimes. Shut up, Jared M. Go to the playground. Ain't nobody, first of all, who wants to go to a playground? Asphalt? Concrete? Where you live in New York? Nobody playing in no playground. That ain't the best ball. The best ball is in the gym. Come on now. Why? It's second generation athletes now. These cats, daddies got money. They in a gym. They got a trainer. I was just texting with my boy yesterday. His 8-year-old son is playing. I said, oh, where are you playing? He said some park. And I know that park got a lot of money, but it's like non-athletic money. It's like all the CEOs and stuff go there and their kids. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, is he getting competition? He was like, no, they're the best athletes. They don't know how to play yet. They say they don't even have trainers and stuff like y'all do. But they getting there, they 8. I'm not into this, don't get a trainer. Okay, so you don't want to get a tutor? Oh, I'm already good. You don't want a tutor to help you get even better? If you could, you would. You can't, you ain't. People don't get a trainer. What you mean? Boy, I ain't got no double cross behind the back swish. I ain't got that. He does. Don't let people talk you out of stuff that's better for you. If you can't do it, it's okay. They ain't the only way up to the top. Remember, we all walking up Runyon Canyon. It's more than one trail. But don't try and hate on their trail because you're like, oh, that trail easy. Well, then your ass do it. Oh, I did. It was too easy. Okay. Well, you don't look perfect to me. Seem like you need to find another trail, mother. Mendoza, walk your path. What they saying about you, bro?
I firmly believe if Ty Simpson was 6'4",
or Ty Simpson had 20 plus, 23 college starts, he would be in play at number 2 for the New York Jets. He's very much Brock Purdy for me. If you watch his tape and you just take everything else away, all you see is big-time throw that is an NFL-style throw. If down the field, a 20-yard in, a 20-yard crossing route, a big post, a deep corner route, under pressure. Like the things that we watch and demand of NFL.
Ooh, that was a dime. He caught the host off guard when she was like, oh, you talking? Damn. See, this is the thing. We can't take all that away. We try to. We don't. We penalize greatness. We penalized Joe Montana coming out the draft. We penalized Tom Brady coming out the draft because we can't take all that away. Whatever you're going to make the categories, arm strength, arm talent, accuracy, what it looks like, what program, what athletes you're throwing to, et cetera. Like, you can't isolate all the variables, nor should you try.
Quarterbacks, pinpoint ball placement in the red zone. He's surgical in rhythm and timing. And that's why I say Brock Purdy. And then there's the sprinkle of playmaking where Brock Purdy has. It's just incredibly challenging and difficult throws.
Okay, let me help one thing, though. To sell everybody on how high he should go in the draft, listen to me now, listen to me. Brock Purdy ain't your best name, right? Because Brock Purdy just seems like a maturation process going right. Like you just saw someone mature before your very eyes and become it. And even whatever he is right now, it still ain't it with a bow on it, with a cherry on top. It's just like, oh, he a dude. But then even that, you question some of it. So I don't think you're doing him any favors by saying, oh, this is the next Brock Purdy. People are like, do I want to bet on that? People want to imagine more than that. That's just how the game goes. Number 1 overall pick, top of the draft. Let my imagination go crazy. Let it go wild. I think that hurt Shedeur last year when it came to him versus Cam Ward. You can say what you want about what they did in college. What could you imagine them being? Say what you want. I know that I don't imagine the same in Shedeur's game as I do Cam Ward's. If they both hit, basically ask yourself, if they both play up to their abilities, you're like, damn, Cam Ward would be a whole different animal. And then with Shedeur, you kind of think he's actually closer to his abilities. Not his rookie year. I'm talking about college. You were like, he kind of close. You get it? That's why they draft a number 1 overall pick, Jamarcus Russell. They'll roll them dice and sometimes crap out.
And the thing that I get stuck on is in the middle of November, everybody to a T that is a draft analyst or projector had Ty Simpson as like a top 5 to top 7 pick. And then the play did drop off, not nearly as much as everyone makes it out, because of he got beat up and their offensive line fell apart and he was carrying that team and they couldn't run the football, and then he's not worthy of a first-round pick anymore? That one doesn't make sense to me. And so as I agree, Mendoza's impressive, but I think Ty Simpson, tape-wise, just as impressive.
Crazy, right? Crazy. So Brock Purdy, and this is a great question right here. I like reading your comments. Sometimes I read them immediately. Farquad Schmogel 9120 says, so not to say Brock Purdy, but okay with Tom Brady? You can't even say you're Tom Brady because now you're not in imagination. What happens when it's impossible? Imagination does have a limit because it's called impossible. You don't believe me? Okay. People always say, don't mess with somebody's kids' imagination. Let the kids imagine. Let the kids dream. Okay, yeah, but you also got to give them reality. If not, they can imagine they could go up to the top of a building. I can fly, mommy. No, you can't. You cannot. You said never put limits on myself. You said I could do all things. I could do anything. You can't fly. Okay, go ahead, jump. No, don't do it. I was just playing. So when you imagine somebody becoming the next Tom Brady, you are saying the impossible. In your imagination. I don't think, look, it could be a day somebody gets 8 rings, of course, because somebody got 7 rings, of course. But if your ass is trying to map your reality onto that imagination, you're going to crap out, okay? You're playing the field of all and say you're going to get 1. But I like how you think. I'm not here to negate you. I just not here to work with you and date you. If you said somebody going to be the next Tom Brady, you're like, man, if you don't stop, if you don't hurry up and stop, but it can happen. But you know what can't happen? You can't fly. And I think it's better. I don't even think Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy is a work in progress. I would say if I want people to say, yo, who is still playing, getting better, never going backwards, and we don't know how good he can be? That's not Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy doesn't. Mac Jones looked good doing what Brock Purdy did last year on them 49er ball teams. Come on now, work with me. I don't even know who the player is, because it's not Jalen Hurts. It's not C.J. Stroud. He's had ups and downs. It's not even Jaden Daniels. He went down this second year. Who is going choop, 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 choop? Oh, whoop. Who's that? Not even Cam Ward, up and down first year. Not Shador, down and up first year. Who? That's my point. You ain't got no good reference, no good comps. It's kind of tough. Keep in football. Let's stay with it, okay? Brandon Aiyuk. I wanted to get deeper on this one because it's got a little sociology to him. What's wrong with that dude? What's up with him? People are always talking about him. Let's hear it.
Aiyuk?
What's the deal, man?
Oh, let's see. Speak totally freely, uninhibited.
Uninhibited. No one's listening to the show.
No one's listening to the show.
Driving by stadiums at 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The last time I saw Aiyuk was.
Now, this show got a lot of sponsorship, big time, huge time show, right? I feel like I'm doing a Super Bowl. I'm playing a Super Bowl game. I'm kind of nervous on this one. Let's see if they shut us down. Let's see.
Because he was kind of at training camp, kind of not. And then he was like in and out of the building throughout like those first couple weeks. And
what kind of behavior is this? You on a team or not, dog? Who goes to the NFL and all of a sudden decides this is the time to play hooky? This ain't the time to go to the Fox Hills Mall, dog. Go to class. Take your ass back to the meetings.
I started going out to like see him like in the weight room because he didn't go into the locker room or the training room anymore. So he would just go to the weight room to do his rehab.
And was this like like a holdout thing he was doing?
No, this was this past year. He was under contract. This was the year after. This was this past season.
He basically like, no, he got paid. He on a contract. And this is what he doing. Oh, Caleb Williams is a good pull, except, Caleb Williams. Yeah. I mean, look, he was the number 1 overall pick, and then it was like boom, down, and then up. Yeah. Caleb Williams is good. You can imagine. You don't know how good he's going to be either. Yeah, I like that one. Caleb Williams is a good one. And look, I am not dissing Brock Purdy. I love what you said right here, Brandon Alexander. He got paid like he's the dude. Oh, yeah. But in today's salary cap system, and if you hit by year 3, everybody getting paid. So, yes, but that still doesn't qualify you to get somebody drafted in the position they don't really seem like they're going to get. You're not changing my mind because you got a quarterback got paid. Daniel Jones has been paid. Daniel Jones has made, is it $200 million already? Maybe $300 million with his next deal. Daniel Jones. So don't do the money stuff. Don't just do. And Daniel Jones balled last year before injury. But before that, hello? Anybody? Okay.
So there's no holdout or anything like that. And I just go out there and talk to him because didn't go to meetings or anything like that. And so I was like, I just talked to him like, hey, let him know that, hey, I'm your guy. Like, just let him know I love you. And then literally I started doing that call week 6. I don't really know what week it was. And then literally a week later, that story came out. All the crazy stuff, and then I didn't see him again.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't like.
Okay. Your body keeps the score. His body is like convulsing and stuff right now. You ain't got to tell on your teammate, dog. We get it. Now, you got your theories because I know how it goes. When you don't talk about something, you talk about it to people who won't talk about it. That's what it's called, pillow talk. You go home to your wife. You ain't told none of your teammates this. You're like, baby, this dude weird. Or you go to your cousin who doesn't know anything about football or doesn't care about the dudes or don't know how to reach them. And you be like, man, this fool. Hey, what happened with Aiyuk for real? Everybody got an answer. I just laugh when they get on TV or on the show and they just be like, man, I ain't going there, dog. But let me tell you where I can go. Like, that needs to be the universal response. Because other than that, you're going to start doing this and that, and then you're going to start doing the RoboCop and Cabbage Patch. You don't need to do all that. We know the real.
That's like something I bring up to John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan very often. I like that's on you guys, and I just try to be there for the players if there's something going on because, you always want to be there for the boys. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Brandon. I don't know what he's thinking about or, what he's thinking. So
I don't know what's up with Brandon. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's thinking. Yeah.
I really have no idea.
Yeah, it's hard when you see a guy struggling and you don't know all the pieces and you just want to help.
Yeah, like hey man, like we played.
You do know all the pieces. Either he don't give a damn about the team, the sport, himself, money. You can say, y'all, I think he's going through some mental episodes. You can say something or you don't have to say anything. But to do both, I'm saying something, but I ain't saying anything. That's where I think people are like, come on, man. It's all good. This ain't a George Kittle interview deposition either. It's just like, I can tell you, I don't know Brandon Aiyuk. I can tell you what's wrong with him. He don't know which way is up.
Together for 4 years now. Like, I love you. I love playing football with you. How can I help? And then like literally 2 days later, the article comes out and I don't see him again. So it's just like, all right. Yeah. He did text me though after I got hurt.
Did he?
Yeah. Said thinking of you.
Good teammate.
Said thanks, dude.
Good teammate.
That was yeah. So I haven't really talked to him. So like I really don't know.
It's crazy how a text really means something, and I'm still in the mindset, and I don't know. Sometimes some things happen. I just lost a relative about a week ago, and I felt so conflicted because I wanted to call, and I wanted to call his wife, but I was like, I don't talk to her like that, even though that's family, but at the same time, I'm sure she's flooded with calls right now, so don't call. But no, you should call because it's more personal and personable than it is a text. But then I just heard him, like, people really respond well to text. Here's another thing that catches me slipping. I don't even know. Tell me if I'm right or wrong or weird or not. I don't care. When someone dies, people be putting like, my dad just died today. It's in a picture of him and be like, love, and I miss you, Pops. And that's a post. And I'm like, I'm supposed to like this post? I don't know. Why'd you write this post? Like, aren't you hurt? And so hurt that you like dealing with grief and stuff instead of like, I want people to know that my dad is gone and I miss him. And I understand why they would do that, but I understand also why you shouldn't do that. I don't know. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. I didn't know. It's almost like, do you want to go viral off your daddy dying? No. Do you want me to like this post because your daddy dead? Yeah. You want me to write a comment like, oh, stay strong? Like, I don't know. I see people go to funerals and film the funerals now. I see people posting like the gravesite. I'm like, things that make you go, Here's one thing to make you go, How much money the Miami Dolphins are spending on players that ain't gonna play for the Dolphins? Look how much dead money they got. Dead presidents. I represent me. Say what? I need for presidents to represent me. Say what? Tua. Aki boy, Aki Crit Frost. He's Simone the one, I'm the big boss. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Ramsey. Don't pay no more Jalen's. Minka Fitzpatrick, Bradley Chubb, Teron Armstead, James Daniels, Zach Wilson, Alec Ingold, Jonnu Smith, Nick Westbrook, Matthew Judon, Jason Sanders, Cam Smith, Mohamed Kamara. What y'all doing in Miami? Welcome to Miami, out at Sita Ami. They just paying cats. It's just crazy. All right. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys thinking. What time is it? What's the time? It's time to get ill. All right. We got a couple more minutes. Oh, let's look at this. Oh, no, I can't do it. I got to do two. I got a Steph Curry and a Dame Lillard. Oh, tune in tomorrow. Wait till y'all see that. Good Lord. Yeah, this is a good one. We got to get into some spicy stuff because we only got time for like one more, and I can't be wasted on something crazy. Damn, this is dope. I love rocking with y'all. Beat up in the comments. Are y'all telling me what I'm doing? Am I weird to be looking at these people who be posting death? Am I weird? Because I'll be like, what are we supposed to do with this death stuff? I see death around the corner. I'm like, I'm not about to celebrate your family dying. It's not happening. Not on my watch. Oh, let's do this. I want to see the Billionaires list. Let's just change it up. Let's change the energy. Check this out. Because I shouldn't even put this out there. I should be on this list. But good Lord. All right. Forbes released the 40th annual World's Billionaires list. There wasn't no billionaires 41 years ago? Or whatever. Wasn't no Forbes probably, huh? All right. Forbes' definitive ranking of the world's richest people features the most billionaires in history. Yeah, it's going to keep saying that every year. A record-breaking 3,428 people got $20.1 trillion. I can't lie. I thought the top people would have more money than that. Let me stop. 20 trillion? God dang. What is a trillion? A trillion, ain't it 1,000 billion? Man, look. Imagine you got $1 billion. First of all, golly. But then you got 1,000 of them suckers. And then this one, all of them got 20,000 billions. Golly. All right, the Forbes today released it. All right. Over the past years, skyrocketed unprecedented ways as the rich continue to get richer at an astonishing pace. Yes, they do. It's up 400 people from last year's record-breaking number. I told you every year. And by far the most since the list's inception in 1987. The world's wealthiest people worth $20.1 trillion, up from $16.1 trillion across the globe. A record 20 people now have 12-figure fortunes. Damn. Elon Musk tops the billionaires list for the second year in a row and is the richest person ever to live, worth an estimated $839 billion. I know several people that are billionaires. I know Magic Johnson. He's a billionaire, right? I know Ben Horowitz. He's a billionaire. Golly, it feels like two more. Byron Allen, he's a billionaire, right? There's one more, maybe two. I don't know if they are, but yeah. You know how much money they got? And then you can add all the names I just said plus some, and then multiply them by 50, maybe 100. And still, Elon Musk got more. This is insane. It's the year of the billionaire, says Chase Peterson Whithorn. He's the editor. Larry Page, co-founder of Google, follows far behind Musk, but he got second place, estimated $257 billion. Elon Musk got almost 4 times as much. Damn. Then his co-founder, Sergey, 237. They must have made some different investments. He got 20 more billion in him. And then Amazon's Jeff Bezos, he's like, man, I'm liquidating right now. Amazon's Jeff Bezos holds the number 4 spot, 224. And then Mark Zuckerberg is 5th, 222. Oh, well, I got to get out of there. That's just insane. In a good way. This is all good. I'm just saying, God dang. Lord, that is some money. That is some money. Let's get into it. Well, you know me. Love for you guys. I got to go to the bathroom, so before I get out of here, pun intended, deuces!
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the verse. Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and become